Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Nicole Frolic of Inflexible Me, and today I'm going to be giving you guys an Ascension energy reading for the month of May 2019. I'm going to be taking a look into my crystal oracle deck here and find out what messages, what insights come through that will serve us all to our highest good and our highest light only. So let's jump straight into it. For any of you who are new to my channel, I have a newsletter at my website that can be subscribed to. Oh, we already got a card out of the gate. Oh, this one's come out a few times, but I know why it does. We have Hemimorphite, Egoless State. Beautiful. So that's our first energy opening up for May 2019. The Egoless State, a time of being in witness, a time of no judgment. Also, there's a lot of blue in this card. Speaks of truth. And here we go. Oh, I think this one came up last month. Clear Quartz, Light Embodied. Wow, the Egoless State, Light Embodied. And, oh. We have Zircon, Life Changes. Well, April was filled with changes, so let's find out what's in store for May. Guys, just give me a moment to sit with the cards and I'll be right back. Okay, wow. This is going to be a incredibly transformative month for many of you. The three crystals that have come out together, the way they have come out is of no coincidence. And I'm going to say right now, for any of you, if you're new to my channel, if you're new to this reading and you haven't seen my May tarot readings for the first 2 weeks, the two that are sticking out right now, for sure, water signs. If you have water anywhere in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, I'm going to highly suggest you watch it. And also, I believe, air signs. This is like hitting me. It's hitting me right in my my sacral plexus right now. It's extremely strong. The reason why, okay, we have Hemimorphite coming out, the Egoless State. Now, Hemimorphite. Okay, this stone presents itself when you are living your life basically not to your fullest potential. You are living it without purpose. You are living it not from a place of power. You're not living it from your realized place of power. And because of that, you move into the ego. Because you feel so powerless, you move into a more egotistical place to get a false sense of power. And you start making choices from the ego. This stone is coming in for two reasons. I believe there are two groups here that it's got a message for. The first group is that if you are one of these people who have not realized your power and are maybe making choices and actions that are ego-based, it is time to take a very, very deep, hard look at yourself and at your life and why you are making the choices you are making, basically. For another group of you, this is kind of more of a gentle reminder to look at yourself and constantly be aware of your choices and how your actions in this world are how they are reflecting you, and how they may be affecting others. So hemimorphite comes during this time. You also may be dealing with someone who is moving from more of an ego place, and you may be here to guide them out of the ego and into the egoless state at this time. This kind of an important energy coming through for the month of May. Hemimorphite is also brings us into awareness of past lives and asks us to be aware of how our past lives are now being asked to be looked at right now for something that is going on in your current life. There is a repetitive cycle or a repeating of history happening when hemimorphite comes in, and there may be some clarity here for you to understand so that you can break the cycle, so to speak, in this lifetime, stop patterns from continuing that happened in your past lives. So when hemimorphite has come out, it's asking us to really reevaluate ourselves and move into a place of egoless state where we really take a hard look at our actions and see that we are not just serving ourselves to our highest good, but when you are serving yourself to your truest highest good, not the ego's version of highest good, but your heart's highest good, your soul's highest good, you are also serving others to their highest good. And that's what this stone is kind of all about. Like, how are you showing up in this world, and how is it transforming, or not even just transforming, but transmitting into your life? How does that show up in your life in all ways? And hemimorphite is kind of here to bring a lot of realization into that. It's also asking you to retain your personal power. So if you've been giving your power away to your ego, then it's time to reclaim that back. The ego has a very tricky way of taking control of your actions in a way that is very hurtful. So if you just take a moment to step back and reflect on that, you'll be able to see how that's showing up in your life. Or if perhaps you're here to guide someone else out of it. And remember, if you are a person to guide someone out of this, always approach it with compassion, compassion and love, so that the transition is easily received. Now, the next one is light embodied, clear quartz. Now, interesting, clear quartz, this is interesting this has come up because last week I did a video on how it was a video on Ascension hacks and how to increase the light quotient of your cells through promoting mitochondrial health and function. I would highly suggest that you guys watch that video if you haven't already, because it relates to this. Now, clear quartz, back in Atlantean times, high priestesses and high priests of clear quartz were only allowed to be or considered a high priestess or high priest of this crystal if their cells were able to hold 92% light quotient. Okay, so if their light quotient of their cells was 92%, then they were able to do this. Now, not many people were able to do this, and not many people were able to do this for a very long time. So it was very rare for there to be a clear quartz priestess or priest. But clear quartz kind of comes to us to remind us about our light and our ability to raise our vibration, and how that transmutes a lot of the ego, how that transmutes us from a place of not knowing where we're going, not having a lot of purpose, and giving us that purpose back. I want to read you guys a passage here from the book because I think it's important and I think it's very powerful. If life is not infused with purpose, it is very easy to become numb and lost, just rolling from one day to the next, unaware of how any of it happens. We can simply accept our world, and in doing so, lose our divine self and personal roles in creation. So this crystal has come in as a reminder too, is that, are you rolling day to day without a purpose? Do you know what your purpose is? Are you actively in seeking out what your purpose is if you don't know? Or are you quite content to just roll along your day? This is very much in alignment with hemimorphite, the eagle estate, of what that stone is working to do is to help people take their personal power back. And clear quartz is all about helping you find that purpose so that you have direction, so that you have meaning in your life. When you have meaning in your life, you're more willing to take action towards that meaning. And it's a very spiritual stone in a sense of really lighting up your life and everyone else around you. Which then takes me into Zircon, which, again, the way these stones came out is just so divine. Zircon, life changes. So when Zircon comes through, because it's coming in at the end, which is kind of more of the outcome card, Zircon is telling us that change is afoot. Change is at your doorstep, actually, and it's the kind of change that comes after a very long and painful journey. A very long and painful journey of not looking inward, of not knowing where you're going, of not knowing who yourself, and living and making your choices from a very fearful place. These three cards together are absolutely blowing my mind right now. So the Zircon is here to say that the month of May is going to be all about moving us into this eagle estate, taking us out of action that may be hurtful to ourselves or others, bring in that light quotient, so really raising our vibrations, raising our awareness, bringing back a sense of purpose into our life so that we can make that huge change that our soul desperately wants, our higher self is guiding us towards, so that we may take the proper action in our lives that is fulfilling, gives us the meaning that we need in our life, and to fulfill divine soul journeys. Zircon also works on a genetic level. It's one of the few stones that works on a genetic level. So it helps to work within your DNA of, our cells hold all the memories of past lives as well. They hold all those memories. There may be something coming to the surface through the month of May that pertains to past lives that is needing to be released so that you can make these major life changes. It is not just a life change for this particular lifetime, but a change for your entire soul over lifetimes complete through here. I'm not saying that the month of May is going to bring forth this change instantly, but I feel that the month of May is about bringing this change into your awareness and initiating it. Like that change is going to be initiated and probably spill over into the summer months and throughout the year. This kind of change takes time to anchor into the body. It takes time to anchor into the cells, and it takes time for the settling in and deep understanding of knowing who you are at this level once you've attained it. So don't feel rushed about it, but this is kind of what the energies are coming in for the month of May, and it's very, very powerful. So this is my reading for the month of May. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful. If you guys need any of your own guidance, I do work with people one-on-one. I do readings, I do coaching, I do a mix of the two. All of that is available in the description below. Please don't forget to check out my podcast, Enlighten Up. It comes out every Thursday in iTunes. And if there's anything else that you guys need, all that information is in the description below. Guys, I love you so much. Have a beautiful month of May, and I'll be back with you all very soon.